Um, I enjoy taking photographs. I've always enjoyed taking photographs. I've been taking photographs since 1961. I've worked with about every newspaper that's worth talking about or magazine. I've worked with some of the most interesting journalists, going way back to the old days with Claude Cockburn and quite a lot of the left-wing journalists. Art, really, I enjoy art. I'm critical of it. I will spend time looking at it. I go to galleries. I like collecting it. Of late, I have an interest in African art. I like architecture. I enjoy my cityscapes. I probably know most of the little nooks and crannies of Cork, and I follow the history of Cork from around the year 600 up to date, and I think I remember most of it. I don't need very many notes, but I read history books at least twice a week. What makes me happy, I suppose, is living or existing in a peaceful environment, clearly thinking of the human condition, where I am and what I have to contribute. I think that's really what keeps me happy. I like pleasures. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but when I did, I actually believe I was the Irish champion. So I was training for 19 years very hard, and I always figured I must have won something, but we leave that to another day. I used to enjoy cigars very much, particularly Cuban cigars, and I had the pleasure of being in Cuba and going to the Cohiba factory and actually getting a very good idea of the whole industry. I like to do exercises. I eat very healthily thanks to Rose, who makes me eat properly. I didn't eat properly for many, many years, which wound up getting a heart attack at one stage. And I now eat properly. I still eat some meat. I like meat. I've really cut down on sweet cake and chocolate and stuff. I go to the gym of late, again, about twice a week or 3 times a week. My routine and workout in the gym is very gentle, very easy, and I rather like spending a lot of time in the sauna if I can. My advice is to avoid organized religion, to avoid the cults of life, to find your own spirituality. And I believe we have spirituality, everybody has. I myself, I haven't replaced religion with anything, but it's a way of life. And I would be a member of a Masonic order, which I find very calming and very, it gives me a structure and it gives me values. And I accept the weaknesses and failures of myself and other people very easily. I also like the concept of living a day at a time, and I like being wrong and admitting when I'm wrong, therefore I can progress. I don't think that's really it. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with my head. As to an afterlife, I have no genuine ideas. I do believe that there is energy, and my son, who died, had the same thoughts, and I'm happy with that. I never lose the enthusiasm when I wake up in the morning. I never want to stay in bed. I've always got things to be doing. As to how well I do them, that's debatable, but that's how I manage my day. Listen to older people, not from their reminiscing, but just take from them the core values that they have. After all, they're speaking from experience. And this experience has been gained by years and years and years of life. Don't listen to the old stories that was different in the old days and things. Of course, everything is different. Everything keeps changing. Life is flux, and flux is evolution. And evolution continues at a certain pace. And eventually, it turns into revolution out of frustration. And revolution settles and comes evolution again. There's a line from Mort Arthur, the poem, The Death of Arthur. The old order changeth, yielding place to new, and God fulfilled himself in many ways. Life will go on, and we have to accommodate our own feelings in the cycle of life, and we have to also appreciate the feelings and efforts that have been put into the cycle of life by other people. We must learn and continuously learn for ourselves from the lessons. Life only goes on. It's a never-ending circle. I think I'm grateful to everybody who attempted to set up their own businesses and failed. I would feel greatly towards artists and towards writers who did not make it, whose books were not so successful. I come from a family where my uncle Patrick was a very successful seller of books and writer a long time ago now. So I suppose it's to those who tried and failed that I say thank you. I have learned also from following you. I'm just genuinely appreciative of energy that has been used in constructive and new ways.